Hello, it's Leslie from leslieburton.com again. And I want to ask you today, have you ever listened to a meditation or an activation and thought, that was nice, but I'm not sure I felt much? And then later, maybe the next day or even the next week, you suddenly felt calmer, clearer, or like something had sort of shifted inside you. This is more common than people actually realize. And today I want to talk to you about why a replay is often part of the healing process, not an extra or I can't make the live, so it's great to have the replay. And how to use the replay in a great grounded way so that the work actually lands inside your body and in your real life. So when you're live, even if you're at home, they can be a bit of performance energy, let's call it, in the system. So there's a sort of a like, oh, am I doing this right? Am I feeling anything right now? What if I miss something? What if I've got nothing to share? And if you've had a busy day as well, and then you go straight on to a live healing, your nervous system might still be in the on mode. Yeah, so it's like it's not letting things in very easily. It's still in protection mode. So sometimes the first listen is simply your system getting familiar with it. It's like when you meet a new environment, when you go into something new, you don't fully relax into it until you know you're fully safe in there. And this is a big reason why the replay helps because repetition creates safety. The nervous system learns through repetition. We know it does. This is why we do the repeating things over and over and over again. When you revisit a transmission or a journey, your body recognizes it. It softens. And that doesn't mean that the first time didn't work. It doesn't mean that at all. It means that the first time opened the door. Yes, so it opened the door, and the replay helps you walk through that door. The second reason is rhythm. So some people need quiet, some people need time, and some people need to listen when their house is calm. This is definitely me. Or when you're not rushing. And the replay lets you receive it in a way that your body actually likes to receive, which is often where the magic really happens. Very gently, sorry, where the real magic happens, I should have said. Very gently. Sometimes we just, you go and you want to do something live because it's lovely to receive things live, but then the timing isn't great. Other things are happening around you, and it's just you can't relax into it. Yeah, so just making yourself into a place where you can receive in a gentle way. Then the third reason is for integration. The session is the activation. Integration is where your life changes. The replay is a great part of integration. Um, it is an integration tool, in fact, let me put it that way. It helps the insight to land. It helps the nervous system to just settle down. And it helps the new the new normal to become familiar to your body. So how can you use the replay then? Or how can you use a replay? So the first way is like as a passive receive. And this is really a really good way if you're quite busy or, sensitive days when you feel the whole thing is not going to work for you. So put the replay on when you're doing something gentle. So not something that you really have to concentrate on, but something that's quite gentle. So maybe you're making tea or you're having a lie down. Maybe you're just folding up the laundry, popping the washing in. Maybe you're just sitting in the garden relaxing. There is no pressure then to do it perfectly. Just let your system absorb it. Take it in. The second method would be for an active receive, so the opposite, an active receive. This is best for when you really want some more depth behind it. So create a small container for you. So put your phone away, switch off notifications, have some water nearby. Water is really important. Spend a couple of minutes grounding first before you go on, and then listen with your full attention. When you come to the end, write 3 lines. What did I feel? What I realized when I was doing it, and what I'm doing next as a result of this. So just those 3 lines, that's all you need to do. The third method might be to do a targeted replay. Okay, so this is best for when you want support with something specific or with just one thing. So choose one intention before you press the play button. So it could be something like, help me to settle now. Help me to trust myself. Help me release what I'm holding. Yeah, or any specific healing that you want to use that particular replay for. And then listen and notice what shifts. Maybe now, but also over the next 24 hours. Just tune into that. 24 hours, like what has happened? What's happened over this 24 hours? What shifted for me? What's felt gentler? What's felt calmer? So how often should you replay? So this is a simple bit of guidance here. So if you felt a subtle live, if you felt it in a very subtle way when it was live, replay it within 3 to 7 days. That is fine. If it felt very powerful, when it feels ready, not when you feel pressured. Yeah, so it might be 7 days hence, it might be in a month's time, it might be in a couple of months' time when your body starts to go, actually it'd be nice to return to that. Maybe because sometimes we just forget these things, so maybe set yourself a reminder in a month's time to say, should I go back to that now? And if not, that's fine, leave it another month. Or you've reminded your system that it's there and it will tell you then when you want to go back to it. But just remind yourself about it because sometimes we do push them out, but then just when it feels right. And if you're integrating something really big, replay weekly for a month and track what changes. Yeah, because sometimes when it's something really big, just repetition really, really helps just to integrate it. Each time it will work at a different level for you, a different layer, as we call it. And so each time will help you. So each time for a month or more, 6 weeks, if that feels what is right for you. And just remember, if something feels just subtle, that doesn't mean it's small. Sometimes the deepest shifts actually work very quietly. And it's not until we look back and go, oh gosh, actually, That all changed just after that one session. Yeah, so sometimes that subtle shift is not small, it's huge. So, and this is one of the reasons that my multidimensional circle that Patrice and I have with the monthly live, we always include the replay. You always have a full library of all the sessions that we have done, so you can return to them or even just look at them for a first time when you feel called to look at them. And each replay always contains all the energies of when they were recorded. So, say this weekend, we recorded the Lionsgate live. Those Lionsgate energies from 2026 will be in there always. You can look at that in a year's time, a couple of years' time. The energies will be there as they were for this session in 2026. They will be there for you. So you're not meant to force a perfect experience live. So receiving those replays is a great time for you, receiving them in your own rhythm. Revisit the transmission and let it integrate gently over time. And if you would like some more details on our multidimensional circle membership, then please do check them out below. Also, though, we have now our wonderful multidimensional circle um, free community. Okay, so our paid for version is now our VIP, but we would love you to join us in our free community, and you still get lots of wonderful stuff in there. We have put in some energy healings that you can just dip in and out of when you feel it's right for you. You are a member of a community who just gets you, because that is who we are growing. We are still in the early stages. We would love you to have you in there. Come in and just share who you are, or just watch what other people are sharing. We also do weekly energy oracle card pulls for the energies of the week. And the replays are in there, so you can have a look at those whenever you like, or you can join us live when we do the live pull on a Monday in the afternoon in British summertime. Um, sorry, in UK time, I should say. Okay, so thank you so much for joining me today. It means the world of me. If you have loved this, please do like, subscribe, and it really does help me to get around to the people that need to see this and that I can help. So thank you again. And if you would like to join our free community, please do so below. Thank you.